Hello everybody, this is Caroline at Create Your Future. I'm a coach here. I am available for one-on-one coaching. You got all the description in the box below. Guys, today we are going to talk about what happens when you are saying your affirmations, you are on your new story, things are moving forward, and then boom, everything reversed back to what it used to be. So is it a failure? What are we doing wrong? How to get out of this feeling of not being able to manifest what it is that you want to manifest. Before we start, I have a few announcements. As always, we have our free course, how to manifest anything fast after pinpointing your blocks and removing them. I know the title is the other way around, but you get all the description in the box below. I still have 50% off on all the pre-recorded hypnosis, the tracks and the bundles, so check that out on the website. And also all the affirmation tracks, $25. I have 21, 22 titles, all kind of wonderful topics. So these are affirmation tracks where I send affirmation on one topic, and then there's a space for you to repeat after me, because the reason why I want you to repeat after me and not just listen is to prevent your mind from wandering somewhere else. Stay on track, stay on that thought. So when you say it out loud, you have more focus, more energy put into the affirmation. And therefore, the exercise is more powerful than just listening. And you know how it is sometimes when we listen, our mind can go somewhere else. So, titles such as manifest marriage, proposal, pregnancy, body image, manifest an apology, get SP back, my SP moves mountains for me, I'm a catch, I have one on thoughts transmission, a whole bunch of titles. Check it out on the website. Okay, so let's go into our topic of the day. You have a situation, and we're going to talk about SP because the client I'm going to talk about was an SP story. But again, it can be about anything. It can be about work, health, money, whatever situation you have going that you don't like, that's not satisfying to you, and you want a completely different experience. So what do? Well, as always, you face what you have in your 3D reality. You don't like it. You decide what it is that you want. And this is a very crucial point. Be extremely clear about what it is that you want, because I know what I want, but am I really clear? Being clear, what does it mean? It means, what does it look like to you? Okay. You want to be with this particular specific person, which we call SP on our channel. You want to be with your specific person, and my camera is falling. The camera was falling. Okay, back on track. So you have a specific person in mind. You want to be with this person. You want a committed relationship or whatever type of relationship with this person, and it's not happening in the 3D. So you have to really take the time to say, all right, if I were with this person, how would I behave? Think about it. Would you behave differently than what you are right now? Well, yes, you probably would. You would stop spying on social media. You might, I'm not saying you do, but I know a lot of people do, trying to manipulate the 3D to make things happen. You would not need to do all this, right? Because you are in this, in the relationship. So how would your behavior be different? That's one thing. Two, what would you be thinking? Would you be rehearsing in your mind scenarios where you're not with your specific person, rehearsing in your mind fights you had or horrible things that you've heard if your SP said to you, I do not want to be with you, or I am going to marry someone else, things like this. you will not be hearing those things anymore. Why? Because you're together in this committed relationship. So think about how differently you would be thinking being that person who is in this committed, satisfying, loving, wonderful, exciting relationship. Now, you're a specific person, same thing. What would they be saying to you? How would they be behaving towards you? How does the relationship look like? Are you dating and it's exciting? Are you moving in together? Can you picture the proposal if that's what you want? So try to spend time throughout the day, because this is very important too. How much time throughout the day you dedicate to thinking about the story that you don't like, which is reflected in your 3D reality, and it's highly unsatisfying. So try to really use this time that you have throughout the day with your thoughts to entertain the new story. But the new story just beyond, I want to be with my specific person, I want us to be married. No, really, how does it look like? Your behavior, your thoughts, your words, same for your SP and the entire relationship as a whole. So it's like kind of 3 components, right? So invest time daily to go there. All right, so now you do this, you practice this, you see movement, and it's exciting. Just like my client did, SP came forward and started to talk about them being a couple and moving forward, except that her SP lived in a different country and there would be a little bit of time before they could see each other again. Then comes in a phone call, and during the phone call, there was 2 sides of the SP. One where after she confronted him, he did confirm that yes, he wanted to come back and be with her, but she also heard a lot of things where he was stating that they were just friends. So she felt rejected, and she felt that going backwards. Okay, what's going on? I'm on top of my story. I'm saying my affirmations. I'm listening to my meditations. I'm doing what I believe I'm supposed to do, and yet last month when I was with SP, he said we would move forward with our relationship, and now he's saying we are just friends. What's going on? Well, what's going on? It's, we don't need to investigate rather why SP has said those things and what is going on in his or her life for SP to say those things. Who cares? It has nothing to do with your specific person. It has to do with you and only you, and it's always about you. So talking with my client, we went backwards and we dug a little bit in her thoughts, and I said to her, you may be working on your new story, which has to take momentum, but the old story had a big momentum too, and that old story can still creep up. So yes, of course, she did admit it. She said, yes, you know what, I had those thoughts that he would say something about friends and other things that put her back in that category where she was not the chosen one. So when that happens, don't beat yourself up. It happens. We are, I don't know why, but that's the way the brain works. We do think that way, and sometimes we can jump back to an old story. Why? Because first of all, it had a big momentum. Second of all, these are our fears or our doubts that just, can still come up to the surface, come up to mind, or just are still within your being, as, when we call about the state of who you are. Well, you might still be that person who's not 100% confident. And that's okay. All you need to do is just notice. And said, all right, okay, yeah, you know what, it's true. my SP has been away, and I have entertained thoughts that did not match the new story, that did not match the fact that we would be together. So those thoughts that I did entertain involved fear, rejection, and doubt. Doubting his love for me, doubting that he will make the commitment for me, doubting that he would actually come through with what he said he would do. So then that's it. It's always being reflected. It's always being reflected. You have to understand that. So, the one great thing is to try to play with it and practice. Play with your mind, play with thought transmission. Try to put it out there in people's mind and just, enjoy the reflection. It happens all the time. Last week I was in Los Angeles, and I went to the Museum of Contemporary Art, and I was with friends, and we had to go to a Dodgers game, and we were running out of time, and I saw a painting, and I know exactly who that painter is because I studied art when I went to school in Switzerland. I did 4 years in art school, so I know exactly who that, this era, it was all the beginning of the previous century painters, and I couldn't come up with the name of this painter. However, I didn't have time to go check out the little tag because we had to run out to catch our Uber to go to the Dodgers game, and it's baseball, and then it really bothered me. I was like, damn, why can't I come up with this guy's name, this painter? Anyways, I let it go, didn't really matter, enjoyed the evening. And then later on, after the game, we went to a bar for a couple drinks, and we met some other friends. And I asked, oh, by the way, which hotel are you staying at? The name of the hotel, Mondrian, was the name of the artist that I was a couple hours earlier looking for. So it's like the universe will always give you the answers. The universe will always send it back to you. And it's fun to notice. It's fun to really observe around you that this is how it works. It's always a reflection. The answers, you have them within. If you can't come up consciously, it will be reflected to you. A couple years ago, same thing. I was supposed to meet with the mother, one of my kids' friends. It was school related, so I did not really know this lady, but I knew her name. I couldn't remember her last name. I could not remember her last name. The same day, within an hour, I was driving, and in front of me there was a car with a license plate spelling her last name. I was like, oh, that's right, that's her last name. So, I want you to realize that you are not this lost little soul thrown into this lifetime in this universe, and you just have to swim really hard to survive. And if you're lucky, it's gonna happen, but most likely you might be lucky for 10%, and the 90 other percent it's gonna be hard work. No, you are in complete and full control of this experience you have in this lifetime, in this matrix, in this quantum bubble, however you want to call it. Everything you do experience is 100% a reflection of your consciousness. Therefore, do not beat yourself up when you feel defeated, sad, rejected. Just know that, okay, you had a loose thoughts, you had an old story still going on, and it is manageable. You can turn this around right here and right now by noticing and say, oh yeah, I'm still on that. No, I'm going full force with my new story in order to get the momentum going and to get everything, showing up in your life. Why sometimes a story with SP takes longer, and for instance, my answer with the artist name popped up right away that same day. It's because It's it has to do with the resistance, right? The amount of resistance. Meaning, I don't have any resistance about finding out the name of the artist, because it didn't really matter. As a matter of fact, if I still really wanted to know and it was that important to me, I would Google it, right? And I would have had my answer. So I had no resistance, but the universe just threw it in my face later on that evening. With an SP, when you feel like it's taking a little longer, and you have, it's more, there's more obstacle along the way, it's just because of probably a history where you had felt the rejection, where you had felt not chosen or not good enough, or felt in competition with other humans, right? Where you might not win, whatever it is, so that would be the difference. There is more of a momentum of a story that is the opposite of what it is that you want. And that's okay. That too can be overturned fast. It can be overturned the same day, can be overturned immediately. It really depends on how, willing you are to not react to what makes you sad and what makes you feel rejected in the 3D. So by not reacting, by teaching yourself not to react so much, you start moving in the direction where you feel like you are in charge, you're in power, and yes, you can speak the word. You speak the word, you speak the words, you speak the affirmations, the intentions, and you allow them to unfold in your 3D for you to experience. That's the goal. I truly believe that we are on earth to enjoy, to have fun. It's a game. Play the game, guys. Play the game right, meaning know that you're in control and that you can choose what you think about, what you focus on, and what you don't react to. You play the game correctly, you start seeing everything falling into place. Last week I had the video with the clips from my trip in Japan, and I got many wonderful messages and feedback from clients, also one-on-one on the calls. So thank you for that. I will add some more, because I did like a trip around the world in 3 months, so I can add more clips. I just don't want them to be distracting you from what I'm saying, but I will add them in the next videos, okay? So in the meantime, I intend, and I know all of you continue to be on your successful path. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.